Guys, Dane Davis here. Shout out to Boogie Bentley, Dauber, and the Indie Kid over at Talkin VAWLS Network on YouTube. VAWLS fans, head over to their YouTube channel, Talkin VAWLS Network. Smash that like button and subscribe, baby. Go Big Orange.
Welcome to the Talkin VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Yesterday, the news came out that Cody Burns, wide receiver coach at Tennessee, is heading to the NFL. He had this to say, put this out on Twitter yesterday. He says, "I'm grateful to Coach Hypel, our players, and all of Vol Nation for the incredible experience this past year at Tennessee. We established a strong foundation, set school offensive records, and built relationships that will last a lifetime. As I embark on a dream of coaching in the NFL, I can't wait to see the continued growth of the program under Coach Hypel. Tennessee football is in great hands, and the program's best days are ahead. Thank you, Vol Nation." Cody Burns. So again, Cody Burns off to the NFL. That's a good look there. That is a good look. You know, there's rumors. Anytime something like this happens, there's internet rumors, message board rumors, some people saying that Cody Burns was asked to leave or leaving on bad terms. And, you know, I don't know. I've not seen any confirmation one way or the other. It's nothing but message board rumors. But that post, that tweet, that statement from Cody Burns is a good look. It says he's leaving on good terms. He's happy. He's proud of this coaching staff. But now we have shoes to fill. We're going to take a look at a coaching hot board, some names that could possibly be in the mix to replace Cody Burns. First and foremost, ignore the tweet out there about Jason Witten. I've seen it everywhere. That is coming from a fake account on Twitter. Absolutely none of that is true. So please leave that out. But we're going to get into it. As always, do me a favor. Go ahead and smash that like button just below the video. It's quick. It's free. It's easy. It helps the analytics of YouTube. I would appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the Talkin VAWLS Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We are fans just like you. So if you like what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications. You won't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. Indie Kid and Dauber will be live tonight, immediately following the basketball game. I will be live on Thursday night, 6:15 p.m. Eastern Time. Going to be playing the NCAA 2013 Dynasty. And then myself and the Indie Kid will be live on Sunday, immediately following the baseball game. So let's jump into it. A couple of different ways. How do you go? If you're Josh Hypel, what direction do you go with this hire? We were some of us were talking about it in the comment section of the video I made yesterday, but really there's several different directions. One, you can hire a recruiter, a guy that's going to have ties maybe to the South, or maybe a young, energetic guy, a guy that can get it done on the recruiting trail. The other side of that is, do you hire a teacher? Do you hire a guy that can come in and develop wide receivers? Now, the third option, promote from within, and this is a name a lot of people are talking about, is Kelsey Pope, and he is currently on this Tennessee coaching staff as the assistant wide receivers coach. He has been the passing game coordinator and the main primary receivers coach at Gardner-Webb prior to Tennessee. But he is a young, upcoming guy. Some people are saying that he is going to be a future greatness. He's going to be a great coach. So does Josh Hypel take that risk? Again, he's young, very young guy. He's got that energy. He could possibly have some success in the recruiting world, but he's unproven. So does Josh Hypel take that risk? Does he take that gamble and just promote Kelsey Pope from within? That is a possibility. Now, there's always the sexy names, right? There's always the names that we as fans, we throw them out there and we run wild with them. They're not necessarily even on the coaching hot board, but we make them on the hot board because we're lunatics. We're fans. Fans short of fanatics. We're crazy. One of those names is Trooper Taylor. He was on the coaching staff at Tennessee back in the mid-2000s. He's coached running backs and wide receivers. Some of the guys that he coached back then, Robert Meacham, he coached Arian Foster, Gerald Riggs Jr., Cedric Houston. But when I look at Troop, man, it's you realize that we're getting old, because when I think Trooper Taylor. I think that young, energetic coach on the sideline, backwards hat, waving that towel, the ultimate hype man. But he also had some success coaching and recruiting. But you just think of that young, up-and-coming coach. Well, Trooper Taylor has now been in the coaching game for 30 years. He has a lot of experience. Would he be interested? He's currently at Duke as the associate head coach / running backs coach. So he's got a nice title, nice payday at Duke. Would he be willing to come back to Tennessee? I think he would. I think if Josh Hypel reached out, showed interest, I think Trooper Taylor would come back to Knoxville. But I don't know that he's even on this board. He's just a name that we as fans look back, loved his time at Tennessee, and we throw his name out there. But again, while he is at Duke, he is coaching running back. So it's and you know, a lot of these guys, they can coach multiple positions. It is what it is. And a lot of people are saying, well, would you take Jerry Mack, the current running backs coach, and put him on wide receivers? He's coached wide receivers before, and then go out and get a running backs coach. Is that an option for Josh Hypel? I would say it's an option. It was interesting seeing Brent Hubb's opinion on it, and he said, do you really want to break up that chemistry in your running back room, or that chemistry in another room by juggling coaches around? And you can see the relationships that these players have with their coaches. You saw the tweets coming out from Cedric Tillman, some of the other wide receivers yesterday. They're upset. You know, they're disappointed that they're losing their coach because they have that bond, they have that connection. So do you really want to shake it up and move Jerry Mack into the wide receivers room? But if you decided to do that, another sexy, flashy name that we all like to throw around is Montero Hardesty, who is currently the running backs coach at South Carolina. Obviously played at Tennessee back in the late 2000s. But again, a young guy, energetic, has some recruiting ties. Could that be a possibility? Would he be a fit? He's coached everything from running backs to wide receivers. He coached wide receivers at Charlotte for a couple of years. He actually was on the staff at Tennessee as quality control back in 2018, but he's been at South Carolina the last year as the running backs coach. Would Josh Hypel have interest in that? Again, those are a couple of names that are out there, but I think they are more from a fan perspective. And we still don't, at this point, we still don't really even have a grasp of where Josh Hypel is looking to go. I would say we will probably see some rumors trickling out over the next few days. But a couple of names that Brent Hubbs threw out, and this is where I put more value, more stock in something that Brent Hubbs has to say versus what, you know, we the fans are running with. One name that he mentioned is Mike Bellamy. He's the running backs coach at Illinois. He has some connections with Alex Golish. So this is a very realistic name. Now we talk about recruiting. What can these guys, these coaches do on the recruiting trail? When you look at his recruiting resume on 24/7, not really that impressive, not really that great. But you also have to look at the reality of the situation. He's at Illinois. It's a little bit more difficult to recruit at Illinois than it would be at Tennessee. Case in point, Josh Hypel. When he was hired as the head coach at Tennessee, a lot of people wanted to talk about his recruiting, and I believe, don't quote me on this, I'm going to say it, may be wrong, I believe he had never even signed a 4-star prospect in his 3 years at Central Florida. It's a little bit more difficult to sign a 4-star at Central Florida than it is at the University of Tennessee, as we saw in the class of 22. Another name that is mentioned by Brent Hubbs to keep an eye on is Lonnie Galloway. He is the assistant head coach and wide receivers coach at North Carolina. So a couple of names there that Hubbs threw out. We'll see. Like I said, I think we'll have more information over the coming days, but I just wanted to put out a video, kind of give you guys a little bit of a hot board, some of the rumors that are out there, but you guys know what to do. Hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts. What's more important for this current coaching staff? A guy that can get it done on the recruiting trail, or a guy that can develop talent? Obviously, you need a coach that can do both, but where do you lean? Me personally, I want somebody that's young, energetic, and that can get it done on the recruiting trail. I think this Josh Hypel offense speaks for itself. I think wide receivers are going to get open, and I think that Josh Hypel has his hand in all of this. So I think recruiting is a little bit more of an important aspect when it comes to this hire. But again, we'll see how it plays out over the next couple of days. If you have not done so yet, please smash that thumbs up on the way out the door. Also, you can check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' VAWLS Network. Go to bonfire.com/store/TalkinVols. Any and all support greatly appreciated. Again, don't forget to join Dauber and the Indie Kid tonight, immediately following the basketball game. Then hope to see you guys in the chat Thursday night for our NCAA 2013 Dynasty. And also talking a little Vol football. We may talk this coaching search. We may talk recruiting, whatever you guys want to discuss. But that's going to do it for this one. This is the Talkin' VAWLS Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.